Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here. Giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and Viva la Raza.
Órale. Órale, Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. Hang on. Trying to move something here. All right. Man, I haven't been live on this channel in a minute, so I'm still trying to get some of this stuff together. Hey, look, we got one of the big four, or is it still one of the big four? I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a second. But the Survivor Series War Games. It's no longer just Survivor Series. It's Survivor Series War Games. Hey, man, let me go ahead and bring in my expert in wrestling. All right. Let's go ahead and tap in my boy Big Bird. Big Bird.
Hey, what's up? Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Oh, man. Still recovering from a food coma, I guess, man.
I know, right?
Yeah. How's Thanksgiving for you?
Oh, it was good, just right there with the family, just eating, watching a movie, pero thank God, how about yours?
Yeah, it's my favorite meal of the year. I always look forward to that meal. Um I don't let it go to waste, Holmes. If I take as many leftovers as I can, and I try to extend as much as I can. But once we get into December, that's it. All the leftovers are gone, and then I have to wait for the following year. But it's all worth it, though.
No, but in December, the tamales, then we eat tamales like for 10 days straight.
Then that's a strong number two for me. For me, to me Thanksgiving, the meal. I'm talking about the food. That's
Oh,
my favorite. A strong number two, or maybe 1A, is the Christmas, the pozole, tamales, all that stuff is really good too, man. So I won't be missing Thanksgiving meal for too much. But anyway, Big Bird, we got the Survivor Series coming in. Let me ask you, Big Bird. Okay.
yeah.
Is the Survivor Series still one of the big four? I think it kind of gets overlooked, and now it's Survivor Series War Games, which actually came up from NXT. Is this still one of the big four to you, man, or do you think it gets like overlooked?
Right now it's getting overlooked because of the war games, like the match, because
Mm,
the old Survivor Series, the original one was like 5 versus 5,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then elimination, and then the sole survivor. But I like the cages, from the war games, but I think they overdo it, like I think they should just have one of those matches only one time at that PLE, and then maybe do the original Survivor Series match at the end. But it's like half, I'm half, but maybe hopefully they drop the war games, next year or in the future, because they should just stick to Survivor Series and just keep it like old school, keep it originally.
You know what I'm thinking? I think War Games can be its own PLE.
Oh,
You know,
definitely, I agree with you.
yeah, I think War Games can be its own PLE. You have one for the women, one for the men, and then just throw in a couple of matches in there, but have War Games as its own PLE. I'm with you, man. From the old school Survivor Series where it was elimination, and I thought that's what made it badass, man. You had this team, you had versus that team, and one by one they get eliminated. And what made it so cool is that you can have one guy left versus the whole other team. I thought that's what made it really cool, and they got away from that. They kind of brought it back when they did Raw versus SmackDown to a certain degree. And then some of that stuff I thought was okay. Like, okay, you have the United States champion versus the Intercontinental champion. You have the two champions, which they're not going to do that anymore because of what they're doing at the new PLD, or what are they doing at Crown Jewel now? They have both of the
Oh,
champions face each other.
oh
So
yeah.
I'm just kind of like, if they just go back to teams, I'm cool with that. But this is what we got now. So, Big Bird.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Mhm.
it's just like it's amazing for like a bunch of wrestlers to be inside the cage wrestling at the same time, but I feel like sometimes we miss some spots, you know, like if you're watching it on TV because there's so much thing going on, and some of the good spots probably like they cannot like focus on them because they're focusing on something else. So in the old school Survivor Series, it's one versus one in the ring, and then they wrestle and they do something good and they focus on that, and we don't miss it. We like, wow, we saw it. But in war games, there's a lot of things going on in the ring. Sometimes we will probably miss something good, because they're focusing on somebody else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, they have a tough time with the Royal Rumble getting. Sometimes there's eliminations that we don't see, and we have to see the replay. It's like, oh,
Oh yeah,
so and
that's
so
true.
got, because there's a lot going on. So yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I like the old school elimination and just all that. It's like, hey, oh, now it's 3-on-5. Now it's 2 on. I really enjoyed that, but here we are. It is what it is, man. We got Survivor Series War Games. And Big Bird, we only have 4 matches for this, which lets me know that these War Game matches are going to go on for quite a while, man. Hopefully there's no injuries. Hopefully we don't see the X, man, because they're going to be in there for a while. So we'll go ahead and we'll start, Big Bird, with the Women's Championship. Stephanie Kerr defends her strap against Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. What's your thoughts on this match? Are you interested? Do you like the matchup? Talk to us.
I mean, I was into Stephanie Baker. I like the way she wrestled before she came into the main roster, but lately, I don't know, man. Like something's off. Like she's in the main roster. I think she gets nervous. There's a lot of vouchers. So I'm guessing that my guess, I want her to be champion and still continue to be champion. But I'm guessing they maybe Nikki's gonna win this one because she still Stephanie has a little bit more to work on. Maybe they're gonna be like, hey, you know what, go back to practice and don't get nervous and all this stuff. And who knows, maybe the other twin might interfere.
You talk about Brie?
Yeah,
Ah.
because
Okay.
Nikki say that she has like the last run like in WWE. She wanted like with the sister, to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And if we're gonna be honest, man, I mean, Nikki is where it's at, right? Like when there was the Bella twins, it was cool, but then Nikki completely broke away and she became the one where Brie was like, always a step behind her. And everybody cared about Nikki and not so much Brie. So
Yeah, I agree with
um
you. I like more Nikki, to be honest, out of the twins.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, she definitely was much more, her personality, everything was there. She really sold it. Here's what I'm saying, man. First of all, I don't like that they have Hall of Famers still wrestling. Look, you got Rey Mysterio, who's been a Hall of Famer for what, 2 years, something
Yeah.
like that. Nikki Bella has been a Hall of Famer for I don't know how long. She's a full timer now. Paul Heyman, he's still doing his thing. He's not a wrestler, but he's still a Hall of Famer. It's like, okay, stop inducting these people that are still, doing their thing. I get it. Nikki what left and then she came back. I understand that part, but I don't like that. And then she's gonna be champion. So it's like you're still adding to your accolades even after you were inducted into the Hall of Fame. Like that part, I don't get it. I want your career to be done. And that way it shows, okay, this person has been champion this many times. This is their accomplishments. That is it. Maybe they come back in a Royal Rumble match, but then they get eliminated. But now they're going to come back and then become champion again, like adding after the fact that they became a Hall of Famer. Like personally, I don't really like that, Holmes. Um,
Yeah, I
this
agree
match,
with you. I agree with you.
this match itself, Big Bird, I'm gonna be real, man. It's falling a little bit flat for me. I'm not that interested. When Nikki turned on Stephanie, I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh
but
yeah, me too.
the build up since then, it hasn't really been doing it for me too much. And I like Stephanie Valker. When she first got on the main roster, I thought she was a sensation. I thought everybody was rooting for her, and rightfully so. But since she's been champion, I don't know, man. I something has just kind of fallen off a little bit. I'm not rooting against her, but I hear what you're saying. Do you think they send her back down to NXT, Big Bird? Is that what you're saying?
Not back to NXT, but maybe like back to practice. How do you say it? Developmental. Like
Okay.
because yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you noticed too that in the main rosters, not all the time, but sometimes she vouches a lot, and
Mhm.
and it's kind of like, oh man, like we cannot have that. I mean, yeah, we only humans, but you have to be, once you're in Raw, on Raw, SmackDown, or the PLEs, you have to give it like your 100%. I like her. Don't get me wrong. I like her. I'm cheering for her, and she's the best. But I think she still has a little bit to work on. And then the speaking, like when she speak English too, she needs to learn a little bit of English too.
Mm.
And but let's see. But I think this is what I think. To me, like I say, I want Stephanie to continue to be champion. But
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna lose because of that. Because she vouches a little bit, and I think she still got to work on her English a little bit too.
Okay. Okay. So you're picking Nikki
Oh,
Bella to
oh my bad. Go ahead.
you're picking Nikki Bella to
Yeah,
for
to
this
win.
match?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
they might write her off a little bit, and she'll probably Stephanie, and she'll probably come back like in the Royal Rumble or something. That's what I think. That's what I'm looking at. But I might be wrong though. But
Okay. Oh, no, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Writing her off. I mean, maybe if it goes to after the match where Nikki Bella continues attacking her and like injures her with like a chair or something of that sort after the match is over, I could see that. And writing her off probably wouldn't be the worst thing because I think she's kind of lost a little bit of her fire. She was coming in hot and like her flame kind of died down a little bit. So I don't think it's too bad to kind of write her off a little bit and have her come back at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, that'd be I'm down with that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna say Nikki Bella does win this match. I think she becomes champion, and Stephanie Valker. I don't think it helps her career for her to beat Nikki Bella and remain champion. There's been a little bit of lackluster with her storylines. She's champion, but I don't really know anybody who's really following what she's doing. So they gotta not revamp her, but just kind of get people interested in her again. So if she needs to chase the title, I think that's where it's at. So if she comes back at the Royal Rumble, writing her off now, coming back at the Royal Rumble, possibly winning the Rumble and her chasing the title, I think now people are interested in her again. But I think people have lost a little bit of interest in when it comes to Stephanie, Big Bird.
yeah, I'm with you. You know what? As a matter of fact, now that we're talking about this, she might win the Royal Rumble, and like you say, she'll chase the title, to WrestleMania, and people is gonna get behind her again. Like me, like don't get me wrong, like I like her. I'm pretty sure Triple H, the people in the back like her. But they see that the character's kind of like getting lost in the shuffle, like you say. Like
Mm.
there's not really a lot of interesting storylines. So maybe that's why they brought Nikki back. Hey, you know what? We want you to make do a solid one and kind of like give her a little push, because you're a Hall of Famer and all this stuff. Win the title and be a heel and let her chase you, and get the title back, and everybody's gonna be happy, like the fans. Everybody's gonna cheer her and everything.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want one of your champions getting lost in the shuffle. So yeah, so we both go Nikki Bella with that on that one. All right. So let's get to the women's war game match. It is AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley teaming up on one side, going up against Becky Lynch, Lash Legend, Nia Jax, the Kabuki Warriors, which is Asuka and Kairi Sane. This is a War Games match. Big Bird, what's your thoughts on this match? What's your thoughts on the build up, how they've been putting this match together?
At first, I wasn't like really into it, but then you know what happened this past Monday on Raw. It was like, damn, I just like it. You know, like I wish that they can maybe hook up Rhea and Charlotte, you know, as a tag team in the future. But I feel like like I said, like I wasn't into it, but then like I'm getting into it. Like maybe 50% of myself, you know, like I want to watch it and see it. I think it's gonna be a good match. You know, not too good, but you know, kind of good. Like there's gonna be probably some good spots too. And yeah, how about yourself?
Ha. Look, the one that's gonna steal the show in this match is Io Sky, man. She is
Oh yeah.
made for these matches. I love Io Sky. She is going to steal the show when it comes to this match right here. Io Sky is all that and a bag of chips. You know, you brought something up. I didn't even think of Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley as a tag team, right? I mean, they're polar opposites, but even if it just for one match, if you have them tag with each other, I think that'd be good. Because I remember when Rhea Ripley was coming up, a lot of people looked at her because Rhea Ripley looked completely different when she was at NXT. Completely different. She doesn't look
Oh yeah.
the way she looks now. And people were comparing her to Charlotte Flair, like, oh, this is the next Charlotte Flair. So I think it'd be cool for both of those girls to hook up for, you know, just one match. I don't really know much about the Lash Legend chick. I know she's there with Nia Jax. If those two become a tag team, dog, they're gonna be like the powers of pain. They're gonna be like natural disaster. They're gonna be like the acolytes. They're gonna be like brothers of destruction. They're gonna be just annihilating, man. So if those two become tag team, that'd be something else.
Hey, I'm with you on that one, you know, because they like the powerhouse, you know, boom, you know.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's been fun seeing Becky Lynch. There's a little bit of egotistical maniac with Becky Lynch over there on the heel side of the team when she's over there talking about how she made this girl and you know Nia Jax broke her face, but she's strong bones and everything. Like I thought that was pretty cool and fun and everything. As far as the babyface side, there was that little issue with Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, which I think there's something there, Big Bird. In this match, I think something's gonna go wrong with Charlotte and Rhea that they might have a little bit of issue with each other during the match. Which you know just throws a little extra spark to it. You have a lot of random stuff here. Like AJ Lee, she just kind of fits in because she's going after Becky Lynch, but she has no connection to Alexa or Charlotte, Io, or Rhea. Um, even on the heel side, you know, there's just a little bit of random stuff. But I think that can actually make for some good storylines going forward. You could have some beefs going on because none of them are really friends. I mean, the Kabuki Warriors are there. That's cool. Becky Lynch doesn't really have any history with Kabuki Warriors. You know, but I think it makes for a pretty good match. If I had to pick one to win, I'm gonna go. I think the baby face will win, and I'm only saying that because of AJ Lee. I don't think they're gonna have AJ Lee lose. So I'm gonna go with the babyface team of AJ Lee, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Io, and Rhea to win this match. How say you?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the face, you know, the baby face, they're gonna win. I think AJ Lee, she's gonna pin at the end Becky Lynch. I think maybe I don't know who's gonna betray Becky Lynch from her team because of her ego. You know how you say what happened on Monday? That she was like, oh yeah, Nia broke my face and I happened this person and I'm better than this person, you know? I think
Right.
it's gonna come back to bite her. And I think the baby faces they're gonna win. I think AJ Lee's gonna pin Becky Lynch at the end. I I never got into Becky Lynch, like, but lately, like her new character or whatever she's building right now, I'm getting into her like a little bit. Like I think she should continue that character. Like she just comes and rants and then complains about the referee and all this stuff. As a matter of fact, maybe the female referee is gonna play a part too. Now that I think about it. I think Becky's
Yes.
gonna push her or something, and then she's gonna do the pin, the pin quick 1, 2, 3.
No, no, you're right. I mean, there's talks about, is that female referee? I forgot her name, but is she gonna have a match? Like, there's little rumors here and there that maybe she can have a match. Becky has been getting in her face and poking at her chest. So yeah, I mean that could happen. That could happen. And I'm with you, Big Bird. For me, Holmes, I never I don't hate Becky Lynch. To me, she was always, she was good and everything, but I never really got like the overhype with her. Like, people love Becky Lynch, like she is the greatest of all time, and I'm just kind of like, she's good, but I never understood it. Like, hey, the man, like as soon as her music hits, everybody blows up, man. Like if she's the best ever, and I'm just kind of like, no, no. I mean, she's good. I'm glad she's around and everything, but I never thought she was the best. I never thought she was the greatest. I never thought, you know, I never really got it. I never really got it, man. She's good, but I don't think she was ever like super duper great the way everybody else portrayed her to be.
Yeah, I'm with you. I never I don't know. She always rubbed me the wrong way, like always. But lately, just barely. Not a long time ago, not months ago, but barely. You know how when she lost her intercontinental title and she started
Mm,
complaining about the referee and all
right.
this stuff. She comes in and with the fur coat and everything, and I'm like, okay, like I think she's building up to something, like a new character, something good, So let me see. Sometimes I'll be like, let me see what she got to say, like next week, like this coming week or whatever. And I think the referee, the female, I forgot her name. So
Mm,
forgive me, everybody, whoever's listening. I think she's training or something, right, to wrestle like a
right.
match.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's the rumor. So that's, yeah, definitely. So I mean, we can see that.
And another thing, I'm with you about Io Sky. I like Io Sky. And yeah, she like on the social media on the Instagram, she be posting like the trash can, with the trash can. I think she's gonna use tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be good, she's gonna steal the show for sure.
Dog, she is crazy, man. She is straight
I
up.
like her. I like her. She's the best.
Yeah, yeah, she's really good. Okay, so just to end this, so we're both going with the baby face. So you're saying Becky Lynch is gonna take the 1, 2, 3 by AJ Lee. AJ Lee gets the pinfall.
Yeah. How about you?
I think that's the only way to make this match. That I think that's the best ending to this match, because AJ Lee and Becky Lynch have not had a one-on-one, right? So you can have AJ Lee pin Becky and Becky still save face to say things like, okay, that was not one-on-one, that was a team. Somebody fouled up on my side. You can make it like, hey, it wasn't Becky Lynch and AJ Lee face to face, right? But AJ Lee some way somehow gets the pin to make that match a little bit later on down the line. So because if you have, just looking at some of the names, if you have Alexa Bliss, pin, Asuka, I mean, I don't know, man. What is there really a big story there? If Rhea Ripley pins Kyrie Zane, I mean, again, maybe you had a great match, but that's kind of a bogus ending. The best ending, it would have to be between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. That's the cherry on the top, man. So yeah, I'm gonna say AJ Lee pins Becky Lynch. Definitely, man.
Yeah,
That's
definitely. Because like you said, like if Charlotte pins, I don't know, Naya doesn't make. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but not really. And maybe the most that makes sense, but not too much. Maybe 75% of it is Io Sky pinning like Oscar, but it don't go nowhere. You know, like I think like the most the part that make most sense is AJ Lee pinning Becky Lynch. You know, and everybody's happy and we're gonna cheer on and everything. Because I'm gonna be there too. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, a strong second would be what you said, EO pinning Oscar. That would be a strong number two. And hey, who knows, man? This could be the time where Kyrie Zane flips on Oscar inside of that match.
oh yeah,
You,
that's true.
yeah, I mean, Kyrie Zane was never really on board with Oscar. Oscar had to force Kyrie Zane to do what she started doing, right? So
Yeah.
this could be a time where Kyrie Zane starts siding with Io Sky. That's the only way I could see if they're not gonna have Becky and AJ finish the match by pinning one, pinning the other. The only other option I could see that would be just as good, or maybe just a little step lower, would be Kyrie Zane finally turning on Asuka, put and helping Io Sky beat down Asuka, however they do it, and Io Sky getting the 1, 2, 3 over Asuka. Then it's like, oh, okay, and then you still save AJ Lee and Becky Lynch to have a one-on-one match in the future where nobody pinned anybody, but this is the way we're gonna go now, and you still have a good finisher for this War Games match.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But all that being said, I'm still gonna go that AJ gets the pin over Becky Lynch, man. So all right. That'll we'll see what's up with that match, man. I am interested in that one. Hey, Big Bird, let's move on to the men's war game match. You got CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the tribal chief right here, baby,
Damn.
and the Usos versus Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, The Vision, which is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul, because he's part of it now. So, all right, man. What's your thoughts on this match, homie?
Oh man, it's a lot of all stars characters
Mm,
right there. You know, like I'm
mm.
looking forward to it. Um, it's gonna be a good match. You know, I like the fact that Brock Lesnar's in it, and you know Roman Reigns. You know, like I told you before, I don't like him, but you know lately he's growing. He's growing on me. You know. And then Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, the Usos. I don't know if it's true, but there's rumors that they might take out Jimmy and put in LA Knight. Like something's gonna happen backstage. He's gonna get attacked, and they're gonna put in LA Knight. Let's see what happens.
Well,
And
let me ask you. I'm sorry to cut you off, but let me ask you:
no,
Would you prefer that?
to be honest, yeah, like you know, because don't get me wrong, like I like Jimmy, but I don't like him like that. You know, I think I like a little Jay a little bit more than Jimmy and LA Knight. Like, what's happening to him? Like he's getting buried, you know, like I just and he's not even in the PLE, right?
No, he's not in it.
Like they haven't announced or nothing. But if he shows up and replace Jimmy, then we could cheer him on because him, Elena, he has an aura, you know, like everybody likes him. He has like, you know, you could tell like his character's good, you know, the way he wrestles and everything, and he's not getting any young, so I think they should give him everything, like you know, like just give him a push or whatever, you know, let him be in the PLE, you know, let him shine and all this stuff. But that's what I think. Like I think I'll be happy to see him, you know. But let's see what happens. How about yourself?
And LA Knight does. I look personal. Look, I'm gonna be real with everybody, man. I don't even really care about Jimmy. I don't. Jay, that's where it's at. Jimmy, to me, he's the Marty Jannetty. I don't really care what Jimmy's doing. I sure I guess I can kind of root for the guy a little bit, but I kind of feel bad because like, man, you know what? Roman has outshined you. Jay, who was supposed to be your equal, has outshined you by a million. I don't really care to see Jimmy.
Even his little brother, what's his name? Solo, right?
Solo Sokola, man. I mean, so yeah, man. You know what? uh, I'm a big fan of LA Knight. Yeah, you know, LA Knight's
Yeah.
my guy, man. It'd be cool. And LA Knight does have history with the Vision. You know, so it can make sense to throw him in that match. So yeah, if it were up to me, I would rather throw LA Knight in there. I think it'd add much more to that match. All that being said, the only thing that kind of throws me off on this, Big Bird, is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is not a team guy. He's not a team guy whatsoever. He is the anti-team guy. This dude is just for himself. He's going to team up with Drew McIntyre, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul. Like, I don't know how this is going to go down, man. I don't like it. You know, I don't like it, but in a way, I do like it because it's such a wild card that I don't know how this team is going to gel together, man. Let's see.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a good match.
I think the match itself, look, adding Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar definitely takes it to another level. I've seen people complain that, hey, you said these guys are never going to face each other. Yeah, well, it's not a one-on-one match. So I'm not even really complaining about that. That's fine that they're in the match. It brings much more interest to the match. The Brock Lesnar thing is a little bit off to me, but that's fine. I think it actually adds to it.
And
Cody Rhodes,
you saw that he fell in Raw.
that he fell when he came out. Yeah, I thought he played it off pretty well, though. I thought he played it off pretty good. You know, he didn't get up and he was just like, oh damn, like he played it. He got up, he laughed about it with Paul Heyman. I thought he played it off pretty well, man. Okay, how does this match go, Big Bird? Who do you win? Who do you favor in this match? And how does this match come to an end?
And that's a hard one to like. That's a hard one to like think about because
Mhm.
man,
I'm having a much tougher time with this match than the women's war game match.
yeah, because they're like this one. There was like not really like a build up, right? Like just Brock Lesnar showed up and Roman Reigns showed up. They sh- they sh-
Well, what I'm looking at is I don't think Roman Reigns takes the pinfall. I don't think Cody Rhodes takes the pinfall. I don't think CM Punk takes the pinfall. If it's somebody that takes a pinfall, it's gonna be like a Jimmy Uso. I hate to just kind of like bury the guy, but it's gonna be him. If he's replaced by LA Knight, then I can see LA Knight taking the pinfall. Unfortunately, when it goes the other way around, I get maybe Logan Paul takes
oh yeah,
takes the pinfall.
yeah. I feel like Logan Paul's gonna. I think CM Punk's gonna pin Logan Paul. That's what I'm thinking right now because you know they have a little bit of history.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they were in the ring together. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Um, man, some okay. In my opinion, something's gonna happen. I think Brock Lesnar walks out of this match. I do, man.
Also,
I think he just says like, "Screw everybody. I'm out of this match. I'm out of here," and he walks out of this match. I do. I think he turns his back on the team. Maybe at this point, even F5s, maybe it's a point where like everybody's down, or maybe Brock Lesnar just goes crazy, starts F5ing CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the Usos. And then everybody's all like, oh, damn, he's cleaning house, man, taking care of his opponents. And then he does it to Drew McIntyre. He does it to Braun Breaker. He does it to Logan Paul. I don't know if he could do it to Bronson Reed. And then he just like marches out of there. He just gets out of the cage and just walks out while Paul Heyman's yelling at him like, what are you doing? I could see something like that happening.
Oh, you know what? You know how me and you know this for a fact that WWE, they like to plant little seeds, like at
Mhm.
months before or whatever, or days or weeks before. You know how Roman say that, oh, I'm coming for your title, and then CM Punk was like, oh, you talking to me or you talking to him? I
Oh,
think Roman's gonna betray his, he's gonna spear like his team, either CM Punk or Cody Rhodes, and that's how they start, the build up for the title match.
but, okay. I can see. Okay, during the match though, or after the match.
No, maybe halfway the match, maybe that's gonna cost their team, they're gonna lose because of that. That's what I'm thinking. Because to be honest, Roman Reigns, he could play like a good guy and a bad guy, right? I have seen it that
Yes,
people
yes.
people will cheer him, either he's heel or not heel.
Yeah. He's like that Randy Orton kind of guy, man. Where it's like he doesn't need to be a baby face. He doesn't need to be a heel. He just needs to be who he is. He could be good guy one day, bad guy the other day. Nonetheless, that's who he is. So yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, you
Um,
know how the Rock and Stone Cold, right? When their heels face, no, they'll cheer them on
right.
también.
Yeah. So are you going with the heels to win this match, or are you going with the baby faces to win this match?
Look, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I love the face. I love Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. CM Punk is I'm a top 10 favorite wrestlers. I like I don't like Roman much, but I'm getting there. I like Jimmy. He's like the Marty Jannetty, the D-Bon or whatever. The Christian from Edge and Christian, but I got a feeling that the heels they're gonna win because somebody like I think Roman's gonna turn heel. He's gonna cause a match to his team. That's what I'm thinking. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking though. I think the heel's gonna win.
You know, Big Bird, that is the second time on how much you have to say that you don't like Roman Reigns. So for that, let's pay homage to our tribal chief. We acknowledge you. We acknowledge you, our tribal chief. All right. So look, I could see the heels winning this match. I just the only thing that's troubling me with picking the heels is Brock Lesnar. That is the only thing. If it was anybody other than Brock Lesnar, I can go with your storyline on you saying that, hey, you know what? Roman Reigns is really after the title. And like you said, he said, I'm coming after the championship. And CM Punk just said, you're talking to him or me? And Roman Reigns never, he never said, "Oh, it's you or him." He never said. He basically just said, "You guys figure it out." So there is a seed there. There's something there to that. But it's just the fact that Brock Lesnar's in it. I think he's turning on everybody, man. On everybody. I think everybody is catching an F5 from Brock Lesnar in this match, whether you're on his team or not on his team. I think everyone's catching an F5 and Paul Heyman's going to go crazy, yelling at Brock Lesnar while as Brock Lesnar's leaving this match. I think that's what's going down, man. Brock Lesnar is not a team guy. Maybe all of it can happen, Big Bird. Maybe what I'm saying can happen, and also at the same time, Roman Reigns can spear both Punk and Cody Rhodes, costing them the match, right? This match has so much going on. I'm having a tough time picking a team. But if I have to pick one, I'm gonna go with the heels. I think the heels, Man, but then that means the two champions lose. Big Bird, CM Punk, and Cody Rhodes.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh? I didn't thought about that one until right now. Like you cannot bury your champions, you know, because both champions are in the same team.
Yeah, they're both on the same team, man. It's like, damn, that means Drew McIntyre, The Vision, and Brock Lesnar get over on both your champs. I did. You know what? I'm gonna be real, man. This is a rough one, but if I have to choose, I'm still gonna go with the heels on this. I think there's some sort of sabotage that happens with Roman Reigns, Cody, and CM Punk. There's something that's gonna be there. And by the way, I'm still not 100% sold because it was looking for a while there that Jay Uso was gonna go heel, right? The way
Oh
he was
yeah,
acting, the way it's like, Jimmy was the one time I'm like, come on, man, we gotta go help and we gotta go do this, we gotta do that. And Jay was like, man, damn all that, man. I ain't doing all that. It looked like Jay was gonna go heel. Maybe they revisit that and maybe it's Jay that goes heel. I'm not even really sure, but I'm gonna
yeah,
say the heels get the victory.
yeah. Because remember that one Raw that CM Punk was standing in the ring by himself, and then I think like Logan Paul and the Bronze they were coming towards the ring, and then you just saw Jay kind of like like coming from the back like in the ring, and then I was like, oh, I think he's gonna betray CM, he's gonna turn heel, he's gonna betray CM Punk, but no, he was on his side, I forgot where Raw was. I think it was like 2 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, yeah,
But they
man. Yeah,
they teasing it. They teasing it.
yeah. There's something there, man. There's so many different parts. Unlike the women's war games, this one, all these guys, there's something there where there's the team within the team itself. So I like it. But I'm gonna go with the heels. I'm gonna say Bronson Reed because he's really getting into it with Roman Reigns. But I don't think Roman Reigns takes the 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna go Jimmy, man. If they put if they put LA Knight, then LA Knight. This is such an unpredictable match for me. All I can say is I think the heels win this one. How say you?
Yeah, me too. Like I say, I think Roman's gonna betray his team, and then the heels they're gonna win. But to be honest, if Jimmy's on the team for tomorrow, if he don't get attacked like in the back or whatever, then he's gonna take the pin. Or if LA Knight replace him, then I hate watching LA Knight lose. It's just like it rubs me the wrong way because I want that guy to win. I just
Yeah.
want him to win, and hopefully they give him a title. One day, and not too much in the future because he's already like old. He's already at that age that he could probably just be in WWE like for 2 more years. But I think LA Knight is gonna take the pin. If he's on the team. And
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like the heels they're gonna win. I hate them. I hate Logan Paul. I hate the Browns. I like Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. But I think the heels they're gonna win for sure.
Yeah. On the contrary, man, I love Logan Paul. Damn, I love Logan Paul, man. All right, so we both got the heels on that one tomorrow. All right, let's finish it up with the match. There's only 4 matches here. John Cena, Intercontinental Champion versus Dirty Dom. You know what? Let me first start off, Big Bird, with this. Hey man, I really enjoyed what happened on Monday Night Raw with Dirty Dom and Mini Cena. I had not seen that in a long time. I was watching some other wrestling channels, and one of them's all like, "Hey, there's people that are upset. Oh, who's running this thing? Is it Vince McMahon?" I didn't hear anybody who was upset about it, but maybe there are people upset. On the contrary, I want to say I love that segment. That was my favorite segment of Monday Night Raw. That was great. See Dirty Dom just like kick him in the chest. He starts He does the five knuckle shuffle, Holmes. You know what I mean? He does a 619, the frog splash. And Wade Barrett was so damn good. John Cena, I hope you're getting the message, John Cena. It was great. It was great. I loved it, dog. I loved it. I loved it.
Oh yeah. I like Wade Barrett as a commentary. You know, commentary like he's so good at it. Oh my god.
It was great. It was great, man. I loved it. No complaints from me, at least. I don't know if there's other people complaining. No complaints from me. I thought it was great all the way. And with Dirty Dom beating down Mini Cena and Wade Barrett said, John Cena, I hope you're getting the message. You know, it was badass.
I
Badass.
I loved it too, man. It brought back like memories, you know, and you know he's a good heel. Dominic. I think the only complaint I got is that Rey Mysterio came in all super late after the you know the little person was beat.
This is why I wanted to cover this match last, man, because there's so many parts in here. Where does Rey Mysterio fit in all this? So it's not just Dirty Dom versus John Cena, but it's for the Intercontinental Championship match now, or the Intercontinental Championship title. So now here's the thing, Big Bird. John Cena has one more match after this.
Yeah.
So does he remain Intercontinental Champion and is his last match for the Intercontinental Championship? That's one thing to consider. Another thing to consider, where does Rey Mysterio, where does he fit into all of this? Because he's been injected into this storyline. No, not so much with John Cena much, but him and Dirty Dom have been bumping heads and getting in each other's faces more than they have been in quite a long time. So he's been injected into this. How does that go? So there's quite a few moving parts here, Big Bird. Put it together for all of us, man. Like, how is this match going down?
Look, at first, this is what I was thinking at first, you know? I was thinking that John Cena was gonna win this match well tomorrow, you know, against Dominic. And he was gonna walk to his final match with the Intercontinental title and then lose it to lose it to Gunther, you know, because we all know and it's obvious, you know, the picture's painted that Gunther's gonna be his last opponent,
Mm.
and then he was gonna drop it to Gunther. But I feel like there are rumors, you know, Rey Mysterio had never turned heel, but there are rumors that Rey Mysterio is gonna turn heel tomorrow. You know that he's gonna help out Dominic, and that's how he's gonna cause the title for John Cena. But I'm gonna stick to my guns, you know. I feel like John Cena's gonna lose. I feel like he's gonna, you know, make a solid one and then give the rub to Dominic, you know, because I feel like he likes him, you know. I feel like John Cena picks him, you know, because he picks all his opponents, right, to wrestle. And I feel like he's gonna do a solid one and drop the title to Dominic in his hometown. So you know, so everybody could cheer and be happy, and you know, and boost him up more, level him up more. So I feel like Rey Mysterio is gonna cost John Cena his match, you know, and he's gonna turn heel. I know that he never had, you know, but I feel like he is tomorrow, and that's how Rey Mysterio is gonna play in this match. And then I feel like John Cena is gonna drop the title because I feel like he maybe feels bad because of that one Raw when Rey Mysterio won the title, and you know, and then he went to Vince and convinced him like, hey, you need to take the title away from him because he's not champion material. So I don't know if you remember that same night, John Cena, you know, won the title back from Rey Mysterio. Not back, but he kind of took it off from him. And I feel like John Cena is gonna lose tomorrow. I think like Rey Mysterio is gonna cost him the title. That's what I'm thinking. I might be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. So the only issue that I have with that is if Rey Mysterio comes out, turns heel, and costs John Cena the match. Well, John Cena only has one more match. Wouldn't that build to a story between John Cena against Rey Mysterio? It would be like unfinished business because the next story would be like, okay, now John Cena needs to go after Rey Mysterio, but he only really has one match left. So there wouldn't be any story to go with that. I would find it hard to believe that Rey Mysterio would do something like that and they just leave it alone. Like, hey, Rey Mysterio screwed over John Cena, but there's nothing to see here, folks. There's no storyline that continues because John Cena, he's not facing Rey Mysterio. There's nothing that's going to go on with the story. He doesn't have any appearances. So it's not like even John Cena can show up to Monday Night Raw and talk about it. Like, that's it. It's just from here, the next time we see or hear from him, at least on Raw, SmackDown, or anything in the WWE, is on Saturday night's main event. So that's why that's the only problem I'm having with that, Big Bird, that it's just going to go quietly. If Rey Mysterio turns heel and screws over John Cena, I don't see that, man. Do you?
Wait, sorry, you cut off a little bit. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, no, I heard the last part that you said that he don't have no appearance and all this stuff. Yeah, I understand that part, but the only reason I'm saying this, me myself, because you know how it is, how the WWE was this year. The storylines, they were all over the place. Even when The Rock came back and he just left, there's no more final boss storyline. And then John Cena turned heel. And then once SmackDown, he was like, "Oh, I'm not heel no more." Before I think SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I brought. I say that. Oh, and maybe we could have Rey Mysterio talk on Monday, like, "Oh yeah, I remember once upon a time John Cena will bury all of us." And I just thought about that. So that was the reason I caused this match, but I would like to apologize. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
I might be
I
wrong
mean,
though, but
no. I mean, you have a point with what The Rock did, but I think The Rock did that on his own. He was. I just started. That was such a letdown. Look, I could see this going a few ways.
Oh, and another thing, my bad for cutting you
Go
off. And
ahead, go ahead.
remember too about what's his name? Travis Barker. I don't know, the rapper.
Oh, Travis Scott.
Yeah, they just he just came in and he just disappeared.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like WWE, Triple H and everybody in the back, like, oh, there's nothing to see here, like just face the other way. All right, whatever.
I think that was The Rock's doing, man. I think that was The Rock's doing. He came, he pushed his weight around, and he just left it all hanging. It was the dumbest thing, man. It was like the dumbest thing. I couldn't believe it. But okay. Here's the issue that I'm having with this, Big Bird. Look, okay. If John Cena loses, is his final match really that big anymore? I mean, he lost. Like, it's already hard. To me, it's ridiculous, the match that he had with Brock Lesnar. You bring Brock Lesnar in just to squash a complete squash match against John Cena in John Cena's last year. Towards the end of the year, by the way, when John Cena only had a few dates left and we're heading towards his final match, and you have him get squashed, doesn't that take away from his final match? Don't you need to have John Cena just winning all the time and to see who he's going to face at the end? Because now it's just kind of just reminding you that John Cena's just been a jobber for like years now, and it's his last match. And so what, man? He hasn't put any. He lost to Austin Theory. He lost to Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania in the biggest stage of them all. Then didn't really turn those dudes into superstars. Solo Sikoa became more of a star what he did outside of beating John Cena. Austin Theory, I don't even know what the heck happened to that dude. So I just John Cena is not like all this tournament, all this stuff of like, oh man, we're gonna find out who faces John Cena. To me, it's not really that big of a deal because of what they did to John Cena's career in these last few years. And it didn't help that you have Brock Lesnar go in there and completely annihilate, squash John Cena. That did not help. Now, when it comes to this match, would I like to see Dirty Dom win the Intercontinental Championship in his hometown? Yes, I would. But then that just kind of that just diminishes even more John Cena's final match. Does it not, Big Bird?
Well, I look at it this way, right? Like I think they talk in the back, like, hey, you know what? Drop the title, so I could be like the Grand Slam champion, and then I'll return the favor, at your
Right.
hometown, because we know Survivor Series is gonna be in San Diego. Me, I think outside the box, like you know how you're saying about Brock Lesnar that he just came in and annihilated John
Yeah,
Cena,
it was a
but
complete squash match.
I always, since I was like young, I always saw WWE as chess, like the game chess. Like, okay,
Mhm.
Brock Lesnar is the kryptonite to the Undertaker to John Cena. You know, what's the name? Bronson Reed. He's the kryptonite to Roman Reigns, and
Mm.
Roman Reigns the kryptonite to Brock Lesnar, and like that. So I know when they're about to wrestle. Let's say, for example, um, let's say for example, Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, right? I know that Seth Rollins is gonna win, and then I don't have no problem with it because everything is like mapped out. Like, okay, I knew that John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, which was nice because for the nostalgia. All right, they had to wrestle one more time, just the way that he wrestled Randy Orton one time. I was happy with that because I like. There's no way that he's doing this tour this year and he's not gonna face him. The only the only person that I'm kind of like mad about that he didn't wrestle this year was the Miz. Like they should have had at least one match. I'm like, oh man, but oh well, like stuff happens.
Right.
And and I think I'll take it back. I say that he was gonna lose his last match, John Cena. But you know
Mhm.
what? If he loses tomorrow, and uh, give Dominic more of a rub, like in his hometown, I think John Cena's gonna win his last match. I was thinking that he might lose his last match, but now that I think about it and I'm looking at it, like if he loses tomorrow, he loses the title tomorrow, then I think he is gonna win his last match. So that way, like you say, so that way, he don't look weak or nothing like that. So he could just go into the sunset like that. Hey, I won my last match. I'm happy. Thank you, everybody. Everybody comes in the ring and cheer, with him and all this stuff. But it's obvious, like don't get me wrong, I want John Cena to win. I love John Cena, but it's just so obvious that Dominic is from San Diego, his hometown, and they could have had this match, not this Monday, but last Monday, right? When he was like, "Hey, I want a rematch for my title,"
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but everything's already mapped out. Like, hey, you know what? My hometown, my home field. So John Cena's gonna be like, okay, because John Cena likes Dominic. I remember that backstage when he won the title, the Intercontinental title, Rey Mysterio was kind of like, oh yeah, he's a bad kid, this and that. No, he's a good kid, like, and he kind of like when everybody was cheering for him backstage when he was walking with the title. So I feel like if he loses tomorrow, John Cena,
Mhm.
it, I don't think, in my opinion, you know, I might be wrong, but in my opinion, I don't think it takes away nothing from him, because he already the Grand Slam champion. It's already cemented, and then he loses tomorrow, okay, whatever, But if he wins his last match, then we're gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy too. And I feel like now that I'm thinking about it and we're talking about it, me and you, which I thought that he was gonna lose his last match, but
Right.
I think I'll take it away. I think hopefully, and I want him to win his last match, and hopefully they give it to him. And but then who knows? Maybe John Cena is the one in the back, like talking. Hey, you know what? I want to lose this time. I want to win this time. And maybe he's the mastermind. He's the puppet behind the scenes. John Cena, because he has all the rights. He is an icon. He's a legend, and nobody could take that away from him. And he has all the rights. It's like, let's say you're working at a job for 10 years, and you'll be like, hey, you know what? I want a week off. They're not
Right.
gonna deny it. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, go ahead, because you've been.
Yeah. No, no. I look. I get what you're saying, and you have made me think about something that I haven't thought about. Right.
Yeah.
And that is, if John Cena loses tomorrow, then he has to win his last match. It would be, I just don't see a world where you're doing this final year tour with John Cena and you're gonna have him lose his last two matches. Like I was with you. I was with you, Big Bird. I was with you. I was like, you know what? He's gonna win. I'm sorry, he's gonna lose his final match in hopes of putting somebody over. But like I said, that is gone, man. Because John Cena's last few years, he's been losing. It's not like, oh man, you beat John Cena. Like, wow, it was a big deal. Once upon a time in history, it was a big deal. Like, oh damn, this dude beat John Cena. Even by cheating, it was a big deal. Like, whoa, John Cena actually lost. But like the last, I don't know, 5 years or so, maybe even longer, it's not even that big of a deal, man. People have been beating John Cena for years now. So it's like, I don't know, is it really that big of a deal anymore? So I think it's more of a bigger deal if John Cena actually wins his last match, especially if he loses his Intercontinental Championship match to Dominic Mysterio, which I think is the right move. Big Bird, I think it's the right move for Dirty Dom to get his IC strap back from John Cena, because I do not want John Cena going into his final match with the Intercontinental Championship, dog.
Yeah, and then like now that we're talking about it, me and you, it makes perfect sense, because let's say, for example, he walks in with the title for his last match, right? And
Right.
he wins. Where does the title go? I know he could like, how you say that word when they give it back? Man, there's a word to it.
Yeah, they could relinquish it.
Yeah, but he's not gonna show up, right? That's his last day.
Right.
That's
That's his
that
last day.
Saturday. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense for him to lose the title tomorrow and win his last match.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? You have completely changed my mind on all of this, Big Bird. And I hate you for it because my mind was set. But sabes que, big dog? That looks perfect. It looks perfect. If it goes any other direction, if they because I was thinking he's gonna go into his final match as Intercontinental Champion, like, ah, I'm not really down with it, but okay, I guess I could kind of see that. We all know it's gonna be Gunther. Gunther's gonna become Intercontinental Champion again. He's gonna drop it. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, you know what? Send John Cena off with a win. Send him off with a win. How do you do that? How do you make a win for John Cena even bigger? Have him lose tomorrow. That is how you do it. have him lose tomorrow. So that way, his final match, him winning, is a much bigger deal. And against somebody like Gunther, where Gunther never really loses, dog, I think it's a good. I think it's great, man. I think we're painting a good picture here.
Yeah, because you know how we were talking before the live, we were talking about how Gunther's a heel and
Right.
he's like burying, all this good talent and the people are mad. The people
Yeah.
all the fans. And it make perfect sense for John Cena to beat him. And everybody's gonna be happy, like, oh, like because technically, Gunther, yeah, he's in the tournament, but people not might see this, but he is the heel, he is like the and we need a hero, we need like a savior, which is gonna be
Mm.
John Cena. John Cena's gonna be like, hey, well, I'm gonna stop you right here, and I'm gonna beat you, and I'm the one that's gonna win,
Oh,
and he
okay, big.
wins.
Okay, Big Bird. So just to bring this to a close, then to bring this to a close, 'cause I'm excited for this now, homie. Now I'm excited, dog. I'm pumped for this now, homes. All right, so just to bring this to a close, big dog. Okay,
Yeah.
how does this match end tomorrow with Dirty Dom? Are you sticking with Ray turning heel? If Dirty Dom needs to win, I think Dirty Dom can just win, man. I think that would be the way to go. Like Dirty Dom, he is the future. For the ones that hate Dirty Dom, keep on hating. But this kid, he actually can wrestle. He does have charisma. I do think this kid is the future of the business, man. I think if he just flat out wins tomorrow without, maybe he does a couple of little dirty tactics here and there, but then again, Ray has to fit in this somewhere because why do they keep having Rey Mysterio come out and interfere with Dirty Dom? Why do they keep on having them bump into each other backstage? Why do they? So Ray has to fit in this somewhere. I don't like the storyline of Ray turning heel because then it just, I don't know, it leaves that out in the open to me. And that part I don't like. But how does this match end tomorrow?
Okay, I'll take it back what I say about Rey Mysterio turning heel. I'm with you on that one. I don't think he's gonna turn heel. It doesn't make no sense. So this is what I think that's gonna happen. I think the Judgment Day is gonna interfere first.
Mm,
Then Rey
okay.
Mysterio is gonna interfere second, help
Okay.
out John Cena, and
Okay.
then run out the Judgment Day to the back or whatever.
Mm,
And then I think the last person that's gonna interfere, call me crazy. I think it's gonna be Liv Morgan. That's gonna cost John Cena the match.
okay. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now because that covers everything. That covers why Ray has been around. That covers everything. Ray comes out to help out John Cena because Dirty Dom has all his little punk ass homies out there trying to help him. Yeah, that covers everything. And there people have been speculating that Liv Morgan is going to be making her return. Is she really going to? I don't know. I'll leave her out of this for now. Like if she does, cool. But I'll leave her out of this for now, and I could just see just dumb after all the interference from both sides. I
Yeah.
think they leave the ring area, and we still have a moment where it's just Dirty Dom and John Cena, kind of making you forget a little bit, just a little bit, that there was interference from outside. That they still have a moment in the ring, going back and forth with each other, and Dirty Dom gets the 1, 2, 3. I just think it's a great way, and I like it. I want that to be it because that's John Cena, the OG, old school guy, telling Dirty Dom, "You're all right, kid. You are
Oh yeah.
all right, kid." And I like that because I like Dirty Dom, man. I like
Oh
Dirty
yeah.
Dom.
Yeah, I like him too. Like he just wow, like a skyrocket, man. He just
Yeah.
he had two titles with him. Well, not one, not now one, but it's like wow, he's getting like he has charisma. He's getting good at he's wrestling good. I like the fact that he does the 619 combined
Mm,
with the frog splash. And sometimes he does the Tres Amigos, you know, it's like it's really nice, you know. Whoever came up with that combo in the back, like, hey, you know what, I would like to do the 619, and then after hit it with the frog splash, it's like, wow, that's a good combination, you know, that's a good homage, you know.
Yeah.
And this kid is good, you know, and I'm pretty sure John Cena, like, he likes him too. Like, hey, you know what, I like the kid, you know, I like this kid, like, because I think this is gonna be like the second time they wrestle or third. I'm not 100% sure, but this is,
John Cena and Dirty Dom.
yeah, since the second time, right?
I don't remember them having. Oh, well, yeah, they did have a match. Yeah, when John Cena beat him for the title. Yes, yes, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. So it's the second time. So for John Cena,
Technically the third time because Dirty Dom had a match with his mini me on Monday.
oh
So
yeah,
so this will be 2.5. How about that, man? I just
two
love
and a half,
that segment, dog.
2.5 men, you know.
Yeah, I just love that. That was so damn good. Big Bird, it
And
was so damn good. He told them
then,
stick to the script, and he kicks him in the chest, and Wade Barrett said, you know,
hey, Wade Barrett's a
he
good
said like
commentator.
good. He didn't stick to the script, so good. Now he's not going to get paid. It was so good. Though. It was so good. It was so good. But all right, so we both go with Dirty Dom winning this match tomorrow. All right, I think this is going to be a good match. Should this be the last match, or where should this one be slated at?
Yeah, it only makes sense for it to be the last match, you know? It makes perfect sense to be the last match.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with the men's war game match as the last match, but I would like this one to be the last match. I would rather see Dirty Dom and John Cena as the final match. So, but let's see
Yeah,
how they slate.
I think it's gonna be the last match, in my opinion, you know, because you know how wrestling is. You're hype and happy at the beginning of, you know, when the PLE starts, and then you get kind of tired like in the middle, and then something good, you know, they say something good at the end, and you get more hype and more like, so you're satisfied at the end, you know, whenever it finish.
Well, let's remember it's only 4 matches. It's only 4 matches. So I mean, I think these war game matches are going to be pretty long, man. So I could see, you know, maybe the women's war game match starting it off, and then them cooling it off a little bit with Stephanie McCurr and Nikki Bella, and then having the war games for the men, and then having Dirty Dom versus John Cena. But I do want Dirty Dom and John Cena as the main event. It's San Diego, it's Dirty Dom's hometown. I think that should be the main event. I don't think that's how they're going to slate it, but I want it to be that way. So with that, Big Bird, anything else, carnal, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm gonna be there tomorrow, you know, so I'm so happy and I'm hyped because it's gonna be my 4th time watching John Cena live this year, which I don't know how it happens, but there is a wrestling god, you know. I saw him at the Netflix premiere. I saw him at WrestleMania when he won the title, Money in the Bank, when he tagged with Logan Paul, and then I'm gonna see him tomorrow wrestle Dominic, and it's like, wow, you know, like I'm happy, I'm satisfied because this is his last year, so there is a wrestling god.
Amen to that, man. Well, that is one Mr. Big Bird from South Central Los Angeles, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. You guys enjoy Survivor Series War Games, and we will see what happens. Catch you guys on next one.
And I